Look at Brandon said, y'all want me to respond to Conrad? Bro was so high he could barely talk. What y'all want me to do with that? No gang member alive can make me shut up.
Whoa. All right. This is why I with Bucci, but you still going to
but even to add more to the Brandon thing, and I forgot to tell Brandon this, but this is a DM that I got from RXK Nephew, and this was last Wednesday.
Why did he bounce that?
You're about to find out.
A little bit more insight into this. So I guess, allegedly, and by the way, this is not a plot to get Brandon to give me $5 over and over so he can comment on this. You could also just text me and I'll just read that. But RXK Nephew, I guess Brandon was kind of like venting on his stream about RXK Nephew. And so Nephew hits me up and said, dog, when I left the podcast, I shook everyone's hand and left respectfully. I didn't say anything bad or on the internet, but that fat N-word sitting in front of the computer speaking on my name for no reason is crazy. Tell that N-word I need a fade and let's stream that. For real, for real. I said, oh shit, he said something on his stream. He said, yeah, bro, sitting in front of his computer in a room trying to defend himself against the fans when I ain't said shit to him. I just let him know I need my fade. or he said, just let him know I need my fade. He's saying I ain't leaving. He's saying I ain't leave when talking about dicks, but I left talking about Crips. What the Fat boy got me ready to punch him out. Now, I should probably warn Nephew about the fact that
bro got stupid hands.
Yeah.
I don't warn him. Just let people do that. He angry.
Brandon today sent me a video of him benching 315 for 8 reps.
Man, that's straight.
That's serious.
Hey, listen.
He's benched 545, you said.
Dude, Gerald pissed him off and he need that. Well, I'm going to tell, hey, you know how to fight.
Who's
never
Gerald?
mind. Nah, he got.
Who's Gerald?
Hypothetical.
Oh, it's a fake person.
Right.
Tom and Gerald.
Right.
Okay.
Type ish. But so why did he leave? Because of the mixture of the conversation, he just wasn't feeling it?
I think that Nephew just heard us talking about a bunch of gangsters. That his name is RXK Nephew, but he's not a gang member, but like he's from upstate New York. He's been living out here for a few years.
On his name.
He's like a pretty popular like underground rapper. But he sits down and keep in mind, this was the week that we had to talk about Lush having 100 Crips come up here, 30 Crips come up here with Travis Ford or whatever. So it's like Nephew sits down and all of a sudden we're having a conversation that probably sounds like the biggest gang summit meeting of all time. And I feel like he just was like, bro, what the f-? And he just walked up out of there.
Said, yo, it's talking about Crips and Dixon.
I think he didn't appreciate it.
He's talking about a nigga bringing a cake up here.
Yeah, it really was. Like, I wish that like he would have just waited to get a little more context because it's like not as messy
at
as
this time. Everybody feel that no jumper. If you walk in this building, you gonna walk out with an indictment, bro. And I get irritated.
Man,
with the shit.
bro, that's another thing. Somebody just take, and that irritated me, right?
But I heard that about that shit. I'm like, bro,
look,
that shit get irritating.
One of my, little supporters or something hit me like, hey, man, I see you did the No Jumper interview, man. Good interview, man. Hey, man, but you better watch out, man. Everybody going up that shit, bro. What the f*** I'm going to get indicted for, bro?
Exactly. And that's
what
the thing.
What are you talking about? Just because I did an interview with Adam, like, what they going to do? What the f*** I say to get indicted?
I honestly was thinking about warning you today, like, because this is the thing. If you become in any way a part of No Jumper, jealous, envious ass loser people will try to tell you that you're going to get a case from being up here, that somehow being up here, I'm going to make you snitch, that you're going to be forced to partake in some sort of gay democratic ritual. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like they come up with crazy shit.
Diddy Summit.
They're going to tell you, this is what they're going to tell you. You got to be ready for this when they say this. They're going to say, man, Adam's just going to use you up and then just let you go once he's done with you. Which is like that has never really happened to anyone. You take somebody like Sharp, it's like Sharp was doing content here for a while. The content started to do horrible because everybody eventually started to see through and realize that he was a bitch. And so that kind of thing is like how they then transform that into Adam has like terrible intentions for you. When in reality, Munchie, you ever feel like I disrespected you or like in any way tried to like turn you into content or anything? Because I'm really trying to be respectful of everybody. Even Lush. Have I been disrespectful to Lush? Yes, probably that's fair to say, but it's been, I think, fairly well provoked.
Well, like we're like into it and like both kind of saying.
Well, outside of that was an error. Yeah.
But I don't really think I think people be putting extras on a lot of shit.
Because they want to be up here.
I'm not from rolling 60s, bro. I don't talk about crimes on camera. Maybe at the most a county jail fade from back in the days years ago, and I can't be indicted for what?
Yeah,
exactly.
So leave me alone with them dumbass, stupid ass
And what motherfuckers
Like,
got to be
shit.
mindful of, like, what really be pissing me off too, because it's just like you watch the content, you know who people are as characters, and it's like, bro, I've did a lot of extensive jail time, been in a lot of rooms where they try to make you tell first 48 interview you, and that shit ain't happened yet. So how the fuck I'm just out of all these years, I just cut a no jumper, and Adam make me tell.